I am so sick of these damn Epsom salt battery videos and these aluminum sulfate and the baking soda and all the work. I watched them 5 years ago and I tried on multiple batteries that never worked for me. You know, I would get them up to like 10 volts. They wouldn't have any cranking. It just wouldn't work for me. All that work, that effort, that energy, it never worked for me. So I promised myself I would do this video and show you a technique that has been working these last 3 years on tons of batteries. I have an 85% success rate. I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is just the best tool I've bought, and I have at least an 85% success rate with this simple $25 tool. And we're going to use it today on this battery right here. This one has like 6 volts. It's been dead for months. We're going to see if we can bring it back. I bet it's got a sulfated cell. It's probably in really, really bad shape. We're probably going to have to do a couple treatments on it, but I'm almost certain we can probably bring this one back. And I've tried the welder too. I've tried it on a couple of batteries. Really didn't work for me, but that does seem to be a successful method for a majority of batteries, according to a lot of the videos I've watched. But this thing right here, this $20 to $25 battery charger with the repair setting on it has saved so many batteries, probably over 40 batteries for me. If you've watched the channel, you see all the cars and the machines, the tractors, the equipment I've had over the years. So I've had to deal with a lot of batteries, and I have a lot of batteries, especially with the solar, everything like that. I've used this so many times successfully. It doesn't work on every battery, but it works on a majority of them, and I can confidently say over 85% of them. So today we're going to hook this up, and we're going to put it on the repair, and we're going to run it through a cycle. It's going to take probably about 24 hours, and we'll see if it brings it back. The way this works is it puts a very high frequency DC current into the battery. I think over 50 kilohertz. And it keeps punching it with that high frequency, which shocks the sulfate loose on those plates, those lead plates inside the battery. High frequency repair actually works very, very good. And this thing, I have run this thing for hundreds of hours. This is the one I bought. I'll pull up the listing of how many years ago I bought this thing. It's just insane. It's one of the best tool investments I've ever bought in my life. And I can't believe I haven't done a video on it yet. And like I said, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to shill you anything. This is the 10 amp version. You can also get the 20 amp version. There's a bunch of different versions. There's a trillion different listings. As long as it looks like this, you can find these on Amazon from anywhere from 20 to 30 bucks. I'll show you the voltage. We'll measure the voltage right now. Yeah, 6.54 volts. This thing's in rough shape. The truck it was in wasn't run all summer, hasn't been run all winter. We just had to swap the battery out. I asked Gary to give me this one so I could see if I could bring it back. Used it so much the cables fell apart on me eventually. So I just, you know, wired in these jumper cables, these cheap jumper cables to it, and they're working for now. It just has that many miles on it, and you wait till you hear the fan. You'll see this thing's been used a lot. Wow, the battery tester isn't even turning on either. If your battery has around at least 9 volts, this thing will turn on without even plugging it in once you connect it to the battery. So I always try to connect it to the battery first. It tells you your voltage. If the voltage is above 9 volts, you see this battery's so dead, it's not even telling us our voltage or turning on. It's just not enough there. Okay, got it on. Hear that fan? It's because it has so many miles on it. And it's in repair mode right now. Alright, it's 1:15, and today is Thursday. So we'll see. My amp clamp, my DC amp clamp hooked up to this, and you can see how it fluctuates. But it's going a lot faster than that. The meter can't keep up with it. But it's shoving about 1.6 amps max into that. It's all over the place. And that's the frequency, the high frequency, just pumping this thing. Bam, 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 bam. It's like a jackhammer inside of it. It's the next day, gentlemen. And this guy actually kicked off around 9 or 10 p.m. last night. I can't remember exactly when, but I watched it. I heard it kick off. But I got too distracted to test the battery then. And I wanted to let it rest. So it's been resting for over, God, 16 hours now. It's going to be at its resting voltage. And this is the moment of truth. If it's at over 10 volts, it will turn on this battery tester. So let's start with that. Completely dead. We tried to charge it regular. We tried to jump start it. It would not take any charge. Oh, testing. Wow. 12.59 volts, 92% life. Some of the best results I've ever got. 12.6 volts. Really good would be 12.7, 12.8 on a resting lead acid battery, but 12.6 is good. If I ran this for another cycle, its resting voltage would probably get up to 12.7 or 12.8, which there you have it. This was one of the successful ones right here, and it would not take a charge before. We even tried jumping it. And Gary had it hooked up to his truck with real copper jumper cables for over a half hour, he said. And we couldn't get anything out of this battery, and it was still at 6 volts, as you see. So I'm very, very surprised after sitting in the frigid cold winter, you know, for months, like, that it came back. This is astounding. It doesn't happen with every battery. Like I said, I have about an 85% success rate. But this, you buy one of these for like 20 bucks, oh my God, this thing has just saved me thousands and thousands of dollars. And when my batteries start getting weak, I can tell when they start getting weak, when I start getting those slow, cold starts in the winter, I'll just put it on this for a cycle, and it brings them back almost every time. It makes them like new again. Makes them drastically improved. So I hope this helps you. Like I said, I don't make anything off this. I don't make anything off these products. When I buy something that is a huge value to me and saves me a lot of money, I like to share it on this channel. And if and when I have the time, I do share it. There's other things too. There's other products. So if I get the time, I will make videos about them. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to my subscribers. I don't deserve you. I'm trying to make better videos for you. Until the next one, you stay frosty. Impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personal. Do your best. And do the right thing when nobody's looking.